performance enhancing drugs, or commonly we know as a PED or a doping. This is something which, when we used in the body, will make the user body have an experience, an improvement for the physical condition. PED or doping are usually used by the athlete to improve their performance on the field, and performance enhancing drugs or PED or doping in sports have actually been used since the early of 20th century, to be precise in 1904 at the St. Louis Summer Olympics in the United States, namely in the form of an injection called synthenin, which can make athletes who use this injection more faster and have a more stamina when competing. And then for types of drugs or doping used in a separate doping case, there are various kinds. For example, anabolic steroids, stimulants or psychostimulants, creatine, and analgesic. Let's break down one by one. Anabolic steroids. This is a substances that are natural androgens mixed with synthetic substances that are used to increase the amount protein in the body cells, especially for the body muscle mass, so the muscle will look bigger and will look stronger. But the use of these steroids can make the user have some health problem, either physiologically or psychologically, including inflammation of the vascular arteries as well as a mood disorder, such as like a depression. Number 2, stimulant or synthetic psychostimulant. This is a drug that can make the user have a higher level of alertness in a short time or maybe a long time. For example, like reflecting of movement. This is because stimulants are able to increase the activity of sympathetic nervous system and as well central nervous system or CNS. And the abuse of these substances can also make a person have a experience such as irregular heart rhythm, which will cause a heart attack. Number 3 is a creatine. This is the organic acid substances, which is commonly found in vertebrata like a cow, fish, or bird. These substances will provide energy reserve for muscle and nerve tissue. So the user, if you use this, you will not get tired very easily. But according to United States Food and Drug Supervisory Agency or the FDA, if a person consumes too much keratin, especially if the keratin already in the synthetic form, it can cause side effect in the form of hypertension. And the last one is the analgesic, or commonly we know as a painkiller or pain relief, which is a synthetic type of drug that is able to make the user to eliminate the sensation of pain in the body due to injury, of course, like a broken bones, torn wounds, or postoperative wounds. Legally, painkiller is actually a legal thing because painkiller is a type of drug which can sold freely. You can buy it in everywhere. But the painkiller also has a side effects that are quietly dangerous for human in the form of hallucination, headache, nausea, heart attack, and problem in the bloodstream. And also, painkiller can make an addictive to person who use it. And then apart from the painkiller, there are actually type of doping that commonly we use every day, and of course this is cheap, but do not have a fast effect like a synthetic doping. For example, coffee. Why coffee? Because in coffee there is a substance called a caffeine, whereas caffeine is able to have effects like a psychostimulant, the synthetic one. So we are more awake, we are more alertness, and also make our movement reflect a little bit faster. But the effect of the caffeine are not as long as the effect given by synthetic one. This is because the psychostimulant or the synthetic one is directly injected to our body via our bloodstream. But the caffeine found in the coffee must be processed first in our stomach so that it can have the same effect like the synthetic one. But like in other doping, Too much caffeine also has a side effect, such as stomach ulcer, headache, or irregular heart rhythm. And in fact, the drugs or any substances mentioned earlier are actually legal to use, but only with one condition, that if we really need these drugs for our treatment, because if we use them outside of expertise, this drug will actually damage our bodies. Thank you.